Hello, my friends. In this video, we're going to talk about finding probability in at least scenarios. What do we mean by that? Well, sometimes you're asked, what's the probability of, for instance, getting at least one even number when you roll a dice twice? Things like that. At least probability questions are often answered most easily using the complementary ideas that we learned in that video. So let's remind ourselves about complementary events. They are events that are mutually exclusive and cover the whole range of possibilities. And there is a formula involving them. If A and AC are two complementary events, then the probability of A is 1 minus the probability of the complementary event. So, let's say we were asked, what's the probability of getting at least one even number when I roll a dice twice? Now, if I tried to do it with just the probability of getting an even number at least once, I'd have to say, okay, I could get an even number on the first roll or the second roll or on both rolls. So that's 3 possibilities. I'd have to work through all that. But what if I just said, what's the probability of the complementary event, and then subtracted it from 1? So what is the complementary event to getting at least one even number? Well, it's getting no even numbers. So this is complementary to this. And this, it turns out, is easier to find. So I'm going to find that, and then I'm just going to subtract it from 1, and I'll get that. Pretty sneaky. So, probability of getting no even numbers when I roll a dice twice is the probability of getting an odd both times. So, what's the probability of getting an odd roll on a dice? It's 3 odd numbers out of 6 possibilities. And that simplifies to 1/2. And then, of course, the probability on the next roll of getting an odd number is also 3 out of 6, or 1/2. So I have a 1/2 chance of an odd on the first roll and a 1/2 chance on the second. And we learned that when 2 events are independent, like these are, to get the probability of both, we simply multiply the 2 probabilities. So 1/2 times 1/2 is a 1/4 chance of getting 2 odd numbers. Odd the first time, odd the second time, odd both times. But that is AC. That's the complementary event to getting at least one even. So we can go use this formula and say the probability of at least one even, that's what we're calling the event A, is equal to 1 minus the probability of odd both times. So 1/4. I'll do the words first. So what we're looking for, this probability, I'll just say that, is 1 minus 1/4, or 3/4. So that's a very helpful thing to keep in mind. When you see the words at least in a probability question, that should be a red flag for you to think, complementary events, maybe I can do it that way, using this formula. Okay, see you soon.